Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Coffee and Collaboration. Your host, Kimberly Winborn, will show you the power of proactive networking. Grab your coffee and let's get started.
Welcome to the Coffee and Collaborations radio show. I'm your host, Kimberly Winborn of Kimberly Winborn LLC. Make sure you follow us at www.coffeeandcollaborations.com. I am here live at an event with Chef Terique Epps. Now, he is the featured chef at the Eat Elite Holiday Barbecue hosted by Premier Wellness, owned by Dr. Susan Lovelle. And we just ate. I mean, we tore the food up, and every bit of it was delicious. And I'm not just saying that because he's sitting in front of me. It absolutely was. And so I wanted to get Chef Epps on to tell us about his journey to becoming this amazing chef and some of the things that he features so that you can get in touch with him and have him to come to your next event or personal chef. Chef Terique Epps, tell us a little bit about you.
Thank you for having me first.
You're welcome.
And I'm glad you could come in and eat some good food with us this afternoon.
Goodness.
Like you said, my name is Terique Epps. I'm executive chef of Epps Bistro. I started Epps Bistro about 6 years ago. Before then, I actually worked in the mental health field.
Okay.
And I was a substance abuse counselor. I owned a mental health company for about 6 years.
Okay.
And I loved doing that, but I wanted to do something different. Mm-hmm. So mental health company. North Carolina has all those issues with mental health, but that's a whole nother story. But I mean, was trying to figure out what I wanted to do next. And my grandmother was talking to me, and she's the one that kind of taught me how to cook before. And I was a latchkey kid, and she taught me how to cook because I was a fat baby.
I understand that. Latchkey life.
Absolutely. So she was like, what do you want to do? And what do you like doing? I said, I love to eat, love to cook. And she said, well, why don't you, become a chef? My concern was, being a line cook and not making enough money. And she was like, well, if you love doing it, you'll figure out how to make the money. Yeah. So, I went to culinary school at the Chef's Academy and got trained as a classically trained French chef. And then while I was there, Chef Brown helped me start my company, Epps Bistro, where nice. I was going into homes and working with clients and doing events there for couples and, small groups. And then a fraternity brother of mine linked me with a player from the Charlotte Hornets. And I started going back and forth from Raleigh to Charlotte, cooking for him. Then in turn went and had a conversation with the Hornets. They called me in to kind of talk about his diet. We liked that kind of conversation that we had, and it was like, you want to cook with some more of our players? And naturally, I said, of course, yes. Absolutely. So I started cooking for several players, moved to Charlotte, stayed there for about 4 years, and thoroughly enjoyed it. Nice. From there, just working with guys, Kimball Walker, Martin Williams, lots of different guys that were there. Truly enjoyed it. A lot of the guys there, all of the Hornets guys that I worked with were great guys. And then, I started doing small events, sometimes occasional large events of about 250, 300 people at the most. Uh-huh. But then it was kind of going from there. So, that's kind of how I got here. Yeah. I met Dr. Lovelle's husband in the gym.
I heard.
And we went in the hot tub. I was resting my elbows from being standing up, walking in 12 hours and cooking and stuff. Yeah. And we just started talking about what we do. And he was like, my wife's a nutritionist. I gave him my card, and she contacted me. And from there, we decided we want to do events like this, to work with people doing food prep and doing events like this. So we just kind of got started, but I look forward to the future working with them.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the power of networking. Yes. And that's what I always talk about. Like, you guys are chilling in the hot tub. Yes. So what happens in the hot tub doesn't always stay in the hot tub.
Absolutely.
But you guys are in the hot tub. You make a connection. He connects you with his wife. You're here at this event. Yes. Same thing with the Charlotte Hornets story. It started with one person that led to another, that led to a whole new opportunity. Yes. And that continues to evolve. Yes. And so I love that. I love your story.
And funny thing even about that, I also, the part that I did leave out was I met an agent at the gym. His
Okay.
name is John Spencer, and John was an agent for Troy Daniels, who at the time played for the Charlotte Hornets. So I also started cooking from with that other player, Troy Daniels, and PJ Harrison. I started cooking for Troy Daniels through John Spencer. So it's another way of connecting and kind of going from there too.
Yeah.
So John Spencer also linked me with a young man that was from Raleigh that just got signed on to the Houston Rockets, Chris Clemens.
Okay.
Young man, great kid, great
Yeah.
guy. So he played out at Campbell University
Okay.
and averaged
Nice.
about 30 points, but good guy. I'm looking forward to him getting out there in Houston and doing some good stuff. So.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you stopping by, and I definitely wanted to feature you for the show. I mean, like, what an opportunity to be in a room,
Yeah.
to get time with the chef, and you're doing such great things, and I want to support your business growing. And so, how can people get in touch with you if they want you for an event?
Gotcha. My website is Epps Bistro, and that's EPPSBISTRO.com. I am Chef T Epps on Instagram, and that's TEPPS. And I'm on Facebook, Terique Epps, and my first name is spelled TERIQUE, last name EPPS. And yeah, email me. I do a little bit of work with Thumbtack, but I prefer people send me information directly because Thumbtack costs, no doubt. But yeah, I just connect with me there and give me a call, email me at TAEPS1@EppsBistro, EPPSBISTRO.com. And even if you just got some questions about grilling food, cooking, things of that nature, email me and we'll go from there.
Yeah. So we have loved today, like I mentioned before, and it's been an honor to have some time with Chef Epps. And there are people waiting to speak with him, so we're going to let him get back. So thank you for joining us for the Coffee and Collaborations radio show. Yes, you're welcome. And we will be working together, hopefully, to be able to continue to highlight what you do.
Yes, thank you. Have a good evening. Yes.
So we are back, and we are here with Dr. Susan Lovelle of Premier Wellness. And like I was telling you before, we just spoke with Chef Terique Epps of Epps Bistro, who is the featured chef for the Eat Elite Holiday Barbecue event hosted by Dr. Lovelle. And I want you to meet this young lady. So I met her maybe 2 months ago or so. It may be a little bit longer because you know how life happens. And so she was new to the area. We met at a networking event, guys. I'm always talking about how important it is to network. And it was an intentional networking scenario with We Are Connect Ed. And Ed was one of the earlier entrepreneur guests that I had on the show earlier this year or last year. And anyway, I met her there. She was actually introduced to me by Jimmy Davies, who, we started the podcast with the Every Dot Black Network, and that is founded by Jimmy Davies. And we immediately connected, began to have conversations, and that has led to working together on this event and working towards other events and being able to really work with women and really highlight what Premier Wellness is all about. And so look at that trajectory, a networking event, a conversation and follow-up to this event today and more to come. So welcome, Dr. Lovelle.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm so glad to have you. And this event was amazing. And so what is Premier Wellness? If somebody found you online somewhere and they saw Premier Wellness, what is it that they should expect from your company?
So I started Premier Wellness because of my own medical issues, and I had to figure them out all by myself. And it really showed me that because I was a woman entrepreneur and because I was pushing myself to the point of being ill, that I wasn't the only one. And I figured if it was me, then there were others who were doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And so essentially this is, it's a group, it's an organization, classes, seminars, retreats, really all of that are based towards teaching specifically women who are tired, who are stressing themselves out, doing everything for everybody else, how to find their one way of living that will bring them to their best self.
Yeah.
That's essentially it.
And when you say their one way, so it's like, so when you say their one way, it's kind of like a sculpted signature, customized plan for each individual person.
Absolutely. What I call myself now is, and I kind of coined the phrase, is a personalized wellness MD.
Oh.
And yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. And I really kind of developed that because I was so frustrated with people being herded into a sort of cookie cutter type of medicine. That, you know, the one size fits all, you know, this diet works for everybody. That's absolutely untrue. Everybody is unique. We all have different physiologies, different environments, different genetics. And the best way, you know, the one way for us, for me, for instance, is not necessarily the best way for you.
Right.
And so what I will do is find out what your unique, personalized, signature way of living is.
Wow. And so I know you primarily are saying women, but you do work with men also, correct?
Oh,
Or...
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I do.
Awesome. And because I know so many men too, you know, a lot of times women attract women, CEOs attract other women, and of course it's natural that we work together. But I do know a lot of men who are now starting to say, because I know a big focus of yours is self-care too.
Yes.
And I do know a lot of men who are starting to realize that they need that. And so to be able to have a resource to find their customized program is, you know, absolutely key as well. And it's good that you offer that to men too.
Absolutely. And the reason I start with women is, you know, we do tend to kind of put ourselves on the back burner, but we are also the ones who will go out and make the changes in the household. We're the ones buying the food usually. We're the ones buying the products that are being used in our homes.
True.
And so we can change the people who are buying these things. We will change usually not only the men, but the children and the family as well.
Yeah, and it's so crucial. Women are the nurturers of families, and so to your point, that's key. And so then it trickles down
Absolutely.
to the man,
Yes,
and you know,
yes.
and they're like, "Well, help me, help me too." So with that, we just had this amazing event. And I want to talk a little bit about how Premier Wellness is collaborating with someone like Chef Terique, who we heard from just a moment ago. And so the story was interesting. We talked about it already, how he met your husband at the gym and then had a conversation. Your husband got his card and then he reached out and you guys connected and now we're here at this event. So that's the power of networking, how it can lead to collaborative events. And now you guys are going to have more events, so let's share that.
Yes.
What that's all about. The Eat Elite Holiday Barbecue was this one, but we have a series coming up, correct?
Yes, we do. So the whole thing behind Premier Wellness is that it is the whole 360 approach to being healthy and being well. And so we say that you eat well, or now eat elite.
Yes.
Move more, live wisely, and love divinely. And
Yeah.
so all of those things encompass pretty much everything, you know, mind, body, spirit, that you can think about as far as being and living a well life.
Yeah.
And so this was our first one. It's Eat Elite. So we started with Eat. We're going to be doing a stress section in a few weeks.
Okay.
So that's another thing. We'll be doing financial wellness. It's really looking at everything.
Yeah.
You know, so we'll be doing various collaborative events with different entrepreneurs.
I love it. Holistic living.
Yes.
I love it. Premier Wellness, guys. You get the idea in the name, Premier Wellness. With those events coming up, with the networking that you're doing with Premier Wellness, you also do a little bit more networking with eWomen's Network. So if I didn't mention before that we were going to talk about that, but we can't not talk about that. So could you tell everyone a little bit about eWomen Network
Absolutely. So eWomen Network is actually a national and international organization of 500,000 women
Nice.
across the world, actually, at this point, who are in various chapters, but who all are connected and committed to growing their businesses as they help other people grow.
Yeah.
And so the founders actually motto is to help 1 million women reach $1 million in revenue.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
what we're seeing is her doing it year after year. These women are hitting $1 million. And when I say women, yes, there are men in the organization as well.
Okay.
So we're not kicking you out either, but it's really primarily for women entrepreneurs.
Nice. Yeah. And I've been able to attend, I believe it was the May event.
Yes.
And it was a room full of entrepreneurs, which I absolutely love, but also people who are aspiring to transition, I'm sure, and just an array of women in the room who I was able to make some great connections at that first meeting.
Exactly. And let's just say that our speaker for July 16th, is our very own Kimberly Winborn.
Yes, I'm so excited. It's actually one of the topics is a show that we had. I kind of touched on it just a little bit, maybe about 3 or 4 shows ago, but just the power of networking and the power of your brand and how through events you can absolutely grow your revenue. And it's just such an amazing tool that a lot of entrepreneurs kind of leave on the table. We all know that we have a significant brand that we need to put out there, but we don't know the value of the authenticity and the value of, how networking can lead to amazing things by just being ourselves. I mean, it's just I can't wait to really just break that down for everyone. I was talking to Chef Terique about it a little earlier, and we had a really good conversation about that. So I'm grateful for the connection to be able to come and speak. I'm looking forward to it.
We're excited.
Yes, definitely you guys want to get in touch with Dr. Lovelle, especially if you're looking for that one signature lifestyle for you that is going to, like she always talks about how you may be getting sleep, but you're still tired, or all the different things that we do to supplement our lives in order to try to live well, like coffee. I know I'm guilty of that. Like, oh gosh, I didn't sleep enough, so I'm going to try to, supplement that with some Starbucks or some sort of potent espresso shot coffee. But how if we get enough sleep, we get enough rest, we do all the things that we are supposed to do, we can live well. And so she's going to help you with that. So how can people stay connected to you?
Well, the easiest way is to make an appointment, and I do offer a free breakthrough call, a complimentary call. And the best way to do that would be to book through our website, which is www.premierwellness.com. And Premier is spelled with an E at the end, so PREMIERE wellness.com.
Perfect. So I thank you for joining us on Coffee and Collaborations. You guys, if you stay plugged into the show, you'll definitely get plugged into Dr. Lovelle. We have some other events ahead and some amazing things that are going to happen in the future. So make sure to stay connected to her and make sure to stay connected to us by going to www.coffeeandcollaborations.com. And so any last thoughts before we sign off, Dr. Lovelle?
I'm just so excited to be here and to be able to collaborate with you, with Chef, and all of the other people that we're networking with. So
yes,
thank you.
You're welcome. So you guys have an amazing day. And think about this. This summer can be your summer to absolutely do everything different by just making a choice to say, yes, I'm going to make a change in my life. Getting connected with someone like Dr. Lovelle is key to that. And so we talked about she's going to have some financial wellness things happening, some moving, some eating well, just living well. So think about that. What is that thing for you that you need to change, that this summer can be your summer to do life different? Think about that and get in touch with me, get in touch with Dr. Lovelle, get in touch with Chef Terique, who can help you with meal planning and the like. Thank you for listening to our show. We will see you next time. Have a great rest of the week. Just a little note, please record July 18th. We have an amazing event with Triangle Entrepreneurial Leadership, our monthly third Thursday event. And we're going to tackle a subject that so many entrepreneurs are struggling with: marketing. We are going to have 2 subject matter experts come to speak with us about marketing. You do not want to miss this. You can register at www.prereq718.eventbrite.com. That's www.prereq718.eventbrite.com. debt.eventbrite.com. And then also, if you want to join the debt detox, we're going to begin on Tuesday evening. It's not too late. Contact me at Kimberly Winborn LLC on Facebook, KimberlyWinbornLLC.com. And you could also go to bit.ly/debt detox join to join our online class. Only $29 per month. So I look forward to seeing you, hearing from you, and I'll speak with you soon.
You've been listening to Coffee and Collaboration, the #1 networking skill building show for people who want to take their skills to the next level.